Welcome back to Bowls Breakdown podcast with Matthew and Mike, and today we have two special guests. We have the infamous Mr. David K. Jones, A.k.a. Bomber. Welcome, David.
Infamous, I'm not sure about that. Great introduction, Mike.
And we have the one and only Elijah Minett. Thanks for coming on, guys. Nice to see you both. So, we got you here.
At last.
David, let's start with you. Where did bowls start for you, buddy?
A long time ago now.
Yeah.
So for me, bowls started in Aberfan. There's no bowling green there anymore, unfortunately. It's right next door to the nursery school. And it started in 1978 with Carpy, Philip Carpenter, Andrew Noble, who plays now over in Dunstable. Philip's known a lot more than Andrew because he's just been a part-time bowler. Obviously, everyone knows Carpy. So in 1978, we started. And as I said to you, them old woods that you got on the wall up there, me and Philip and Noble would have started with them. I said to them, old brown woods.
Yeah.
Not bowls, woods.
They were, yeah.
And they'd bend like mad.
Yeah.
People say greens don't bend like they used to. It's the bowls that don't bend like they used to. Yeah. Them bowls will bend.
So where did you move from there then? Did you stay there a while? Or?
Yeah, I stayed in Aberfan, but like as we've seen with Bargoed recently, Aberfan was struggling during the 80s. Members were going down because it was a really old club. Because we had about 10 young... Everyone followed Carby. If Philip played bowls, everyone would play bowls. If he played golf, we'd have all played golf.
Right.
He was one of them boys. He wanted to play bowls. We all followed Philip. 10 people started in Aberfan, but they were 10 under 16-year-olds. Yeah. And in the 70s, early 80s, you would never get it. You can't get that now. So it was a real strange situation in Aberfan, where a lot of youngsters met a lot of old men at that time. And in the 70s, when people were old sort of thing, it's not like today. You see 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds running up and down the bowling green. Yeah. Years ago, in the 70s, if you've seen someone 60-year-old, they'd probably been working in the pit. They can't put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, yeah. So it's sort of one demographic met another. Yeah. And we all played together for a while. But eventually, like Philip got a lot better and he moved on to another club. I think Phil went to... Well, believe it or not, he went to Harlequins first, but he jumped around a lot of clubs, but he's been with Harlequins a long time now. And then I went off to Troedfirrhyw, which was local. Although I was born in Aberfan, I was actually living in Troedfirrhyw with my wife, Kerry, and I joined Troedfirrhyw. Barry Broad, Lee Morgan, Bob Morgan.
And it's really relevant, I suppose, when you talked about you joining as a gang of under 16-year-old boys going to a bowls club. And we got this young man with us now. Obviously, are you 15 yet?
Yeah, I just turned 15.
Just turned 15.
Yeah.
What's the sort of difference like with youngsters now? Because obviously, I know that up in Merthyr, where you currently bowl in, you encourage youngsters massively. Yeah. So, is there a difference to the welcome you think the youngsters get now in the bowls club to what you had when you were 16?
Well, years ago they were quite grateful for us to join because clubs are on their backside. Yeah. There's not a lot of difference. We still require more and more youngsters to play, and we got a project running in West End now, haven't we, with all the schools coming up.
Yeah, there's youth going on at West End. They come up every Monday for practice, don't they?
Yeah, and they started with 3, and how many are there now?
It's about
4.
I'd say about
no, it's about 10 now.
10 to 20 of them, I reckon.
So
I think we say every week.
The youth are encouraged in, and there's not a lot of difference, in regards the way the perception of a young person coming to the club. There's a lot more in regards, like if you come to West End, you get free membership. Elijah's never paid membership. Oliver haven't, as far as I know.
No, it's free. If you're under 18, it's free membership. You don't have to pay anything.
So bowls is really welcoming to young people, like in general. And it wasn't so much welcoming in the 70s or the 80s, if I be truthful with you.
Yeah. And that's what I think I was getting to, David. I played as an 18-year-old back in late 70s, I think it was. And it was very different then, innit, to what it is now. We've done some work with our club. We got 19 young members of our club. So it was interesting to know that you got them youngsters coming in because, perhaps we can get together and sort out the game. Anyway, moving on. And now you've got this young man here. I know you've done a bit of mentoring with him, have you, Di? Because I seen you playing in the pace together as well, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Tell him what we done on Monday.
Tuesday it was, yeah. We
Tuesday.
Qualified for llandod.
I thought I seen it on Facebook there. Well done, guys. Congratulations.
It's actually his first open competition. I know he's a British champion in the under-18s, but he's in with and I'm proud of that, actually, because I'll always be the person who qualified with him first, because I know he's going to go on to do loads more.
You can't forget him now, Elijah.
That's it. When he has
He's there
conversations in the pub, or whatever he is, he'll say, well, I was with Daddy Bomber, the first one. So I'm happy with that. But,
you can finish your bowls career on a high now, Di, can you? Yeah. Anyway, let's go to this young man. Elijah, where did bowls start for you, buddy? How old was you when you started?
I was about 6 when I first started. It was like all of my family were playing, so my dad, well, not my grandpa, but Bampa,
Yeah.
They were both playing, so I was up the West End every now and then, and I wanted to give it a go, so I started there and I just enjoyed it from there.
Lovely. And it's gone on and on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone on for the past 8
So
years.
I started looking at what you've done in your short career, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal because currently you are what? What are you? You're British Isles
champion indoor, 2-time British champion outdoor, Welsh under-18s outdoor and indoor.
That's enough. No.
Keep going. There's more.
Come on,
there's more.
There's more than that. Yeah, you've had a phenomenal short career, haven't you? Today to be British champion outdoor 2 years running is that's a tremendous feat in itself. Indoor champion, yeah, and we were there to watch you become indoor champion.
Yeah,
and I was very impressed with you up in Falkirk when you became it.
I always remember you had to win by 7 shots in the last game the indoor.
No, that was in the Welsh one, wasn't it? Down in.
No, it was up in Falkirk.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
because you lost to Finley.
I lost to Finley,
but Finley lost to the other boy as well. So if you beat them by a certain amount of shots, and in the first set it was tied.
Yeah, tied first.
And then you just went nuclear for that second set, and you beat them by 8-1 or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, I had to win by 2 or 3 from I can remember, because Finley played all Jeeps in the first game. That was close, but all the Jeeps just
pipped him.
Pipped him, and when I played Finley, he just pipped me on a tie break. So I knew I had to win by 2 or 3, I think it was, and I ended up going on and winning by quite a few in our second set, which won me the British one.
Yeah. No, it was impressive to be fair to you, but
it was impressive.
You just kind of flipped the switch. I remember because we were on the opposite side and you were playing on the far rink. Yeah. But obviously we were keeping an eye out, and I could see that second set you played, but was just flawless.
What impressed me most, and was his maturity. You've obviously you've been bowling with him and seen him since he was 6, going to the club and what have you. His maturity in Falkirk, at one stage, I can't remember what said it, you lost it. I thought you were going to lose your cool a little bit.
Probably against Logan Kennedy in that semi, because I was quite a few down. And
all of a sudden, I thought, if he doesn't calm down now, you're going to lose it. And do you know what? You really impressed me with your maturity on that day. In fact, I made a comment to your mum about it after. Yeah. Was so impressed. And I think you've just gone on from there. Now, we went at llandod recently when the British Isles was on, but in his normal manner, Bomber was there with his phone, and you live streamed that match, didn't you?
In and out. I don't really like live streaming, Elijah. I know he doesn't mind, but with the youngsters, honestly, it's quite clever stuff. You got to know who you're filming, And with the youngsters, I normally leave them alone because I know some of them will get a little bit inhibited and don't perform.
But you watched that game through.
Yeah.
Talk us through, how did that game go?
Well, that, for me, that was his best ever game. He didn't play his very best, but he showed us another side to his game. And it's a side that he has to appreciate. We have actually been working on this year.
Yeah.
It's I ain't going to throw that mat. I ain't going to get upset. I am just going to be mentally strong and I'm going to battle. And he won that game simply. He didn't play well. Sam, what's his second name again?
Sam Bragnoli.
Sam Bragnoli played really well.
Yeah.
And he must be a class player to win the English singles. There's no doubt about that.
No doubt about that, yeah.
And Elijah didn't nuclear him off the park. He battled him off the park. And that showed us another side to Elijah and his maturity.
Yeah.
So that's all good for the future. He's prepared to knuckle down.
Yeah, and I think that was what I seen in Falkirk. That's starting to come out, you know, that sort of toughness inside. And they what's it feel like then? Because obviously, if you're looking at the camera, you can see behind me here your jersey on the wall with your photograph. With a kind permission of yourself and your mum and dad, so what's next for you then? Where are you going to go next? Are you just carrying on? Because obviously the under 25s selection.
He was selected for the 25s,
Yeah, I was selected Wednesday, I believe, Wednesday morning.
Yeah. So you've got into the under 25s?
Yeah, I got into that this year as well. Yeah.
I'm going to go back to a little bit of the rivalry in under 18s, because another good player, I think, one of the better players, there's quite a few now in under 18s, the under 18s team, because we went up to Falkirk, certainly indoor, and I don't know what outdoors going to look like, but it's getting stronger in there.
Yeah,
under 18s, there's more youngsters coming through.
There's a lot of great competition in the under 18s at the minute.
You've also always had a battle with young Billy Flynn, haven't you? Yeah, you've always had a battle with young Billy Flynn, and if I'm wrong, I'll apologise, but I think in the beginning it was quite a bit of rivalry, wasn't it? But you've become good mates, haven't you, now? And all of a sudden you're now bouncing off each other a little bit, and I think that's good for Welsh Bowls, you know, when you've got players who are competitive, got to have a little bit of rivalry, but become good mates, because you push other people then to catch you up. You know, there's who else is in that under 18s? Tal was selected as a travelling reserve, which I thought was brilliant.
Jack Davis got on the side.
Yeah, Jack. Ollie? No, he didn't make it, did he?
He couldn't make the trial.
Right, okay.
That's fine.
But again, a lot of them boys are all, you know, I don't know who's...
Because I'd put Ollie in every day of the week. I think Ollie's, you bowled with Ollie as he's been your partner for years. I think Ollie's such a good, sound player. He's so consistent. His delivery's fantastic, and he just plays well everywhere for me, you know. And it's lucky that, you know, obviously he's got someone like you who is that, you know, probably that step ahead of most people in under 18s with all that you've won and achieved, but at least you've got people you not only will give you a bit of a battle on your home turf, but also you can bring along with you as well. And I think that helps a lot, having someone as talented as you in the Welsh, especially under 18s. There's a lot of people, and it's, you know, it's a bit of weight on your shoulders, if you will, but, you know, there's a lot of people who probably look up to you even though they're the same age as you, and try and, like, you know, ask you to help them out and you know, and bounce off you a little bit. So, you know, there's a lot that you do even at your age for the you know, the Welsh setup, with just doing what you do it's impressive. But to be fair,
right,
where is that? It's A, up in A, Scotland.
He's going away on a week Saturday, mind, for the under 18s.
Next weekend is the under 18s, and the
week tomorrow.
Under 25s is in September, I think.
Oh, I didn't realise the under 18s was coming up that quick.
Yeah, he's off to air week tomorrow.
Yeah.
And what did you know, then up in Falkirk, what did you leave behind up in Falkirk?
What did I leave behind?
His brain.
The bowls. Actually, my parents left them behind.
Oh, my parents left them behind.
I've told him his bowls are his responsibility.
Got to be,
but it don't make no difference. He's not going to listen. But that's testament, right? Nicky, who works all around the country. Nick, he needed his bowls for... What did you need them for now? What were we playing in? Was it the pairs?
Yeah,
or
I
something?
think so.
Nicky drove to Scotland to pick his bowls up and bring them back home. Let me tell you, the support Elijah gets from his family and friends is immense. It's a team. It's a team, Elijah. It is. Honestly.
Well, you say Team Elijah. I've got to mention this individual because I think young Nanci's coming through doing pretty well at the moment as well.
She's part of the team, Elijah.
Yeah.
But Nanci's forging her own way in the game. Now, she can only play the forehands now. That's what I keep telling her. She'll only play the forehand, but she's good on it.
Yeah. She does play a backhand every now and again, but she
played really well.
She's more confident on her forehand.
And the thing is, it's endemic of the family, like, because they're really confident. And it stems from Karen, because Karen, she honestly, she's everywhere with the kids. Yeah. She'll take Elijah to bowls, then she'll go over to gymnastics in Cumbrae. And her life just revolves around these two guys.
And there's lots of families like that now, mind it? Yeah. With so many sports and options, and the youngsters want to try lots of sports and understand that,
We never had our support, me and Philip never. Betty and Bryn never come to bowls for Phil, or my mother or father never ever watched us.
Yeah, my mother didn't drive, so I had to make my own way. So anyway, your sister, doing well, isn't she?
Yeah, she's doing well. As you've seen her indoor a few times.
Yeah.
She played pretty well considering she won a Welsh title within her first few weeks of playing. Like.
Yeah, she did up in Radnorshire.
Finals in Radnorshire, finals in Radnorshire.
Great. Di.
What?
bombBrooks.
Yeah, that's another thing I forged for.
Yeah, when you had a little drink there, let's have a little chat about how did that all come about then, David?
It's with bowls. It's for me. There's a serious aspect with Elijah, and I love bowls and push people along and try my best myself. But there's more too. That you can have fun with bowls and all like. And when you listen to my commentary, it's a little bit. Rough around the edges, but it's a lot of fun involved in that. Yeah. It brings a lot of people into the game. Like I know people have been in hospital. Bobby Craze couldn't get to bowls. He was listening to bowls on his. But with bombBrooks, that was developed as a bit of fun for someone to have £1 on a bowls match, or £2, £5 or whatever. And then it went from there then. So basically, it was designed to help people who like having a little bet and having a little bit of interest. They might not be participating in our game, and they'd message me and say, "Oh, can you put a £5 on Harlequins to win the Carrera Shields, or £2 or whatever?" And then we go from there. So, and anyone wins, they get paid. There's not a man walking the streets in South Wales or North Wales or anywhere that I owe any money to,
So you must be able to park it, bookie never wins,
Well, a bookie always wins. That's what I've been told. But I've come a cropper a few times, and it's really fun,
But I was doing a little bit of research and looking at you, and somebody popped up on Facebook because you put odds of 8-1 on. Was it somebody from Egypt or somewhere to play up in Potters? And so you put on there that nobody told me that this person had never played bowls before, and you'd offered good odds on them.
Whatever. So, I sometimes the problem with bombBrooks is you get me late in the night when I'm drunk in the house. People phone me, can I have 1,000 to 1 on so and so to win? And all of a sudden, they're in the semi-final. That happened to me in llandod, mind. A mate of mine, Richie Arons, I know the bowlers will know Richie. But he plays with a fella called Wayne Fennell from Talgarth. And he rang me up. He was in the Welsh Fours. He rang me up, and that is 4 were average. They done well together. Richie, wasn't me for saying that. I give him 50-1, and they all had a tenner on himself. So I had 40 quid going on at 50-1, 10 as a 500. That's £2,000 for £40, and they were in the semi-final. And I was thinking, I'm going to be paying £2,000 out, And Ross, they were playing Ross in the semi-final, and Jared and the boys, they're a class rink. Yeah. And honestly, the boys with the very last bowl, because Ross was losing the game all the way through, he played one of the best bowls Ross did I've ever seen in my life. He come through 2 holes, had a kick, got the bowl solid, and landed on the edge of the ditch. Ross saved me £2,000 that day.
That was
I've never told him.
That shot was the infamous Nicky's. What a fucking bowl.
Ah, that's right. What are you doing listening to Nicky's commentary, man? Oh,
it was. I actually didn't catch it live. He put the snippet of it later on. See,
right, yeah.
I didn't catch it live. I watched it after.
So, and no doubt the odds are going to be quite low on this man to win in the future because he's got to win, and so the odds are going to be right down there.
Don't bet on kids either. Don't bet on under 18s or under 25.
No.
So really, it's all
adult stuff.
Yeah,
you're old enough to,
Well, you do Crothers and then you do the Welsh Nationals.
All the Welsh Nationals now. And the Carreras, but not the children, you know. And I don't take the odd pound of any one under 18, so it's not, and it is only a little bit of fun, no one's making big money.
I think it's good, I think it's bringing something into the game that people can just have a little bit of fun with it. And I follow you on Facebook, and I really enjoy the banter that goes with all of that as well.
That's right, it is. It's bringing something else, because it can be a little bit stale. You know, we tried the shoes business and the shorts business, and we tried to jazz it up for the kids and that, So I found myself now wearing a red T-shirt with a big cat on the back. I'm nearly 60 now, and I'm wearing a big wild cat. You know, I'm not a wild cat.
I don't know about that, Dave. I don't know about that.
I find it a little bit ridiculous. Is a bit strong, but I just like the conventional bowls I did with the white top. But I understand these kids.
We had this conversation.
Definitely more suited to the younger generation. Our kit is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, would you still be playing if you had to wear a collared shirt and a tie?
Oh, he'd play,
No, I would,
He'd play if you had to wear a tutu.
You wouldn't get many people playing.
No, you wouldn't get...
You'd get new people coming in, would you?
Yeah, you wouldn't get as many people playing as are now, I don't think.
Well, we've just done the same down with Jen. We've just rebranded to the Warriors.
Yeah, good.
So, you know, just like I said, it's more entitled for the kids to have something to brand to and call themselves. And you know, you look at any professional sports team, they all have nicknames and
brands. Look at American football, innit? The Steelers and all this and that, and New York Giants.
It doesn't change the name. You know, a lot of members in our club thought, are we changing the name of the club? No, the name of the club will always stay. You know, you'll always be Merthyr West End. Yeah. But you're Merthyr West End Wildcats, you know, and it's just a branding and something to be excited about, you know, to bring it into modern times, really.
And we got the right person on board for that, because staff is really good with things like that, isn't he?
Yeah, staff's
you know, pushing the club forward. And
well, he keeps I keep seeing everything they're doing on Facebook and everything that he's pulling into the club, you know, with obviously the one bowl shootout day he wanted to do, and among other things.
One bowl, you know, so you turn up in West End, you
play one bowl, lose, and you walk home.
The boys come from Greg Merthyr. I remember Chad and the boys not last year, the year before.
Oh, we had a lot of people that year, didn't we?
There was a lot of people. So they come all the way from Greg Merthyr. And Elijah's mother got to the final. She never plays bowls.
Yeah.
But with one bowl.
You don't know, do you? No, it is. And we've done that ourselves down in the club. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And actually, when we had Nicky on, we had Nicky come on in the first thing, and we talked about branding, and we talked about Merthyr, actually, West End, because he seen that as the way forward, as going forward as the Wildcats. We've tried to copy something like that, and hopefully other clubs would start doing the same, you know, and make it more interesting for the youngsters coming through. You look a better Wildcat than with a big
he's a wild kitten, isn't he? I'm the wildcat. I'm a big lion compared to him.
So, Elijah, bowls for young people. Is there anything you can think of that we can do to make the bowls more interesting? I suppose the danger is now you've gone to such a level that you're at the top competitive level. Yeah, I'll go back to, and Nanci's probably following that because she sees you as well, but. You know, some of the players, younger players in your club who are just starting off. What can we do to make it interesting for them?
Yeah, I think we can definitely do more fun tournaments such as the one ball shootout, and just to make a bit of fun out of the game. get them to have a go, and then I think they'll slowly develop the game and come on as a player.
Yeah. I thought about you know, you did it with golf, right? When you had the under-18s Super League, or what do you call call it?
The district
Winter League.
Yeah. Oh, the Winter
League
yeah.
we had, right?
Yeah.
So Dad put on a thing for under 18s, anyone in the county, but obviously we can tailor it to more people in bowls. But every couple of weeks we'd go to different golf courses and we'd play a game. And you tally up your points, you add it to your total, and then at the end of the winter season we had, you'd have your first place, second place, third place thing. You know, you talk about under 18s now, what is the only real challenge that under 18s have got is you've got trying to get into the full county, realistically, or the Welsh setups. Yeah. So if there was something kind of more like a fun, you know, say, you know, once every while you go to a different bowls club who, you know, people who have invested in it or thing, you can go to the bowls, have a match, or you play a mini tournament, like you said, like a 2-bowl singles, or, you know, you play a 2-bowl pairs or whatever it may be.
The regional sort of little competition, you know. I know that Harlequins put on Facebook a while ago, and we haven't did anything since. Any young club, they got some under 21s, new bowlers. Any other clubs got it, we put a little competition, inter-club competition on, you know. And I know Merthyr West End put on there, and I'm thinking Merthyr West End can put a full international team of under 21s. That's only one team going to win that, you know. But we need to do something a little bit more for youngsters to give them games, you know. Apart from playing with others, they don't play against each other enough.
Well, having under 18s open days, you know, you look at certain places, they do under 25 open days. I know England, they'll have a couple of under 18 open days. Then I think Billy won the under 18s in Cheltenham a couple of weeks ago, last week.
Billy won Cheltenham under 21s now, I think.
Under 21s,
they changed it now to under 21s, I think, to get more people playing.
Well, that's what I mean. I think, you know, you look at under 18s, you get an under 18s open day. I think there's enough around our area now, with obviously Merthyr having any, you know, and have any ability playing it. It doesn't matter.
No. Any thoughts, Di? Under 18s, how can we, or youngsters, how can we bring them more in? What we need to try and do, buddy?
I just think you're on the Bowls is on the ball with the under 18s. I think it's done. You know, I think it's just pushed them forward, brought them to the forefront. They share the national championships with us. Like, you know, national championships is massive now. Years ago, you wouldn't have the under 18s alongside the national championships. What's that noise? It's someone with a chainsaw.
Oh, somebody's outside.
Oh, right, don't matter.
Someone's drilling away.
We'll have to...
Oh, I think it'll be fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Sounds alright, man.
Be alright.
Okay, I'll cut that bit out then.
No, it'll be fine. It happens, but you can't help it. It happens.
It's just, I think the under 18s is on the ball. I do.
I think you're right. You know, you look at, you know, Merthyr, our club, even, you know, Harlequins, they do a little bit. There's certain clubs that if they, you know, you talk about going into the schools, right? We've done that for 2 years. We've gone from 2 under 18s players to 19 under 18s players in 2 years, just from going into 2 schools close to us. We haven't even hit the comps yet. Now that Bowls is part of the PE curriculum in comprehensive, you know, there's another 2 comprehensive schools around here. So it's like, what more is that going to bring in? It's not so much now about doing more, it's about getting more clubs to do it, I think, isn't it? You know, you look at places like, and I will talk about it because I had a chat with one of the members, but you look at Estravachen, they're literally next to a school.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But there's no one there willing to go in and even get a couple of members in, and for that they are, you know, struggling
Nicky's
a bit.
brother, Christopher, he is actually a headmaster, I think.
In Llanddod.
That's the school we do.
A couple of hundred yards down the
school
hill
we
there.
go into.
That's one of the schools we do.
Is he an headmaster?
Yeah, headmaster at Llanddod, yeah. We know his brother quite well now.
Christopher, he's a nice boy, you know. He plays bowls himself.
He does, yeah.
He's a lovely fella.
Yeah, we've been lucky that way. We've gone into that school, Llanddod, and we've gone into another school, Penabont in Bridgend, and we've picked up, you know, it's turned the club around, you know.
Because it's not just people from the schools, it's people's friends from the schools that didn't get a chance to do it. They're like, oh, I'll come down and have a go, and they have a go, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, my young And we've got, 4 under 5-year-olds as well?
Yeah, we got...
call it Tigers.
We call them the Tigers. But again, I will say, we've tried to emulate what you're doing up in Merthyr West End. You know, I think for a long time now, you've been the leaders of trying to do something new. The branding of the Wildcats, the bringing youngsters in. You know, it does help when you've got successful youngsters at the club. Yeah, and
I tell you what's really popular in West End, and it brings new bowlers in too, like Adam. The Pro-Am. The Pro-Am day is huge in West End. Like, you know, it's just people... So you get a established bowler, like whoever, and then you take a bowler that doesn't play. And on a day like this, if you're on the bowling green and you've got a bar open and they come along, the amount of bowlers we picked up from the Pro-Am is... Right, okay. And because it's not... I know Elijah's here today and he's at the pinnacle of his
he'd be an amateur, he would be.
in his area that he bowls in. But we get hung up on, we need youngsters. But we also need players to come, maybe if they finished work now, bring them through to bowls, and other people of 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. It isn't. I know it's a youngsters' day today.
Totally agree, yeah.
And like I say, we got the best youngster in Great Britain. Yeah. And that's...
Without shadow of a doubt.
And that's, having played bowls for as long as you're quite sceptical in saying this person's the best bowler at this age, but this is an undoubted situation, you know.
Totally agree.
So although Elijah's here today, it's not really today is about Elijah, of course. Yeah. But it's about bringing people into bowls, not just focusing on one small demographic.
You are totally right.
People like
and
people sitting in the house, finished work, they got nothing to do. They come to bowls, and some of them pick it up really quick.
And the plight of Bargoed is evident now this week, you know, because Bargoed have obviously, and we've got a great relationship. I spoke to Dan and last night he phoned me.
Nice fella.
Actually, some good news that they're going to keep going, playing some friendlies this year, and looking to come back next year stronger. And we do wish them. But you're right, Dave, in that if we had people finishing football, people who finish in rugby,
like RTBs, football, boys
so
over there,
you know, bring them in and have them days where you play your local rugby club. Get some of them boys who are finishing rugby coming in, and all of a sudden you've got 10 new bowlers. Plus you're putting money behind the bar, and that's what's keeping the club going, because that's what keeps clubs going. Without all of that, we can't have the younger generation coming through. Yeah, that's right. Because it's got to be sustained. You know, so. And I will shout out to anybody up in the Bargoed area and wants to play bowls. Get out there, great bunch of boys. We've had a great time with them, on and off. They're loud, they're intimidating.
They're too rough and ready for me, boys. I'm glad they went. I'm glad they gone through. I am. They're too rough for me. I never like to see bowls clubs going through. No. It's very rare. I can't think of a bowls club that's gone through that's ever come back. So when you're gone, you're gone.
When Cavartha going to fold?
Next year is looking like Cavartha Park. Could be going.
I thought they were close to folding.
They were, but the council give them some leeway, something to do with the park itself, with the castle being there. Okay. So they give them some leeway and they help them with some money. But next year, I think Cavartha Park could possibly go.
There's a few that are struggling with leases. There's people that don't want to repay the lease for bowls, places and stuff. It's a sad kind of thing that's happening. But
I'll go back to one of the other podcasts we had. We had a couple of our sponsors on, and what the sponsor said is about having a sponsored business day. So invite all your local businesses down your bowls club, let them play bowls, let them have a go and see if they're interested. We picked up two members from doing very much that, or in fact they were encouraged by a friend to come down. They're one of the main sponsors of the clubs now. Kath and Steve Richmond.
Oh, great.
You know, puts loads and loads into the club.
What do they do then, Kath?
Kath's got a laundry business, Caring Laundry, and Steve Richmond Carpets in Bridgend. And, you know, yes, there are some incentives, a bit of tax relief on something if you're doing some sponsorship for clubs. But what they can do is they can bring some friends, they can take them down, they can play bowls. So a normal sponsorship, a rugby team, football team, if you get a sponsor, the sponsors aren't going to get a lot back, are they?
No.
If we're honest about it. But if you sponsor a bowls club, you chuck 500 quid into a bowls club and you can have 2 evenings in the season where you can bring all your clients and people down and play bowls.
Give them something to eat.
You've got something coming back, haven't you?
Of course you have.
Yeah, so it's a good opportunity there for bowls clubs to do such a thing.
Well,
like that.
have you been up to West End? You've played in West End?
Yes.
So you've seen all our
yeah,
sponsors.
yeah,
It's like Wembley, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
All the sponsors are right around.
You just need a dome now on the
Yeah.
top of the...
Yeah,
He'd be alright then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
No, I love Merthyr. Lovely little place, Merthyr, to be fair.
And you've got, obviously, the tournament coming up at the end of the September now, isn't it?
Yes, Ross is in it this year. I asked him last night. Ross is coming.
And I think this year they've moved, at the end of August. I think
End of
finals
August.
days
Is
at
it
the
end of
start of
August, yeah?
September, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entries are closing soon, I think, so...
Okay, well,
Yeah,
there we are.
okay.
If anyone wants to enter that, then...
Good
You
boy,
entered?
Elijah.
You entered?
Oh, he's in.
Yeah.
He's in the West End tournament.
Oh, now then.
So there's good. This year you got Carl Wood.
Oh.
God, shout out to Carl Wood.
Yeah,
man, I
Carl's
tell
been
you.
phenomenal, to be fair.
Wow, he's just got over the last 3 years. I think he's since he met Emma or someone like that, his girlfriend. He's just got better and better and
Fiancé?
better. Yeah, but I tell you, I've been watching Carl for the last couple of years, and he's just gone whoosh.
Yeah.
I had the privilege of playing against him indoor last season, just gone.
And I did.
Yeah, well, we played against Emma Gittins was 3,
Yeah.
Carl Wood was skipping against us, and I had to play 3 against Emma. And even Emma she
Yeah,
She
she's
didn't
a
miss
good
a shot.
player, Emma is.
and Carl was, you
Phenomenal.
know what Carl, indoor outdoor champion now.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it. It's hard to do
End's
both.
going to be difficult this year because you got David Kingdom, Carl Wood, Ross Owen, Steve Harris,
Jonathan Tomlinson's entering this year, I think.
and Jonathan. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Jonathan come back actually because he hasn't been playing for the last 2 years.
Yeah, one of the things that we've never portrayed is we're but new into bowls. Yeah, so we don't know all of the people
No,
that you
we-
talk about.
we
You've been
know-
around
we
a
know
long time,
that,
yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, so the whole purpose of this is just to spread the news of bowls and have a
it
chat about what's going on and everything. And so,
I think we've done that.
Well, that
too.
Merthyr tournament's always fun to
Yeah, it
to
is
follow.
good fun.
It's like you like said, the amount of pedigree of Welsh bowlers that actually play in it.
so when's the
at the
best time to
time.
phone you when you're pissed, so I can put a bet on it?
Any time after 9, I reckon.
What-
Gary says.
What's that? 22-1 for Ross,
Yeah, no.
30-1 for Carl.
I think Ross will be the favourite this year. We'll start him off, and it's closely followed by Elijah. Actually,
You must be drunk then.
only because every year with Elijah, his mother will come and she'll go, "I want that on Elijah." His father will come, "I want that." His bump will come, "I want that." So the money always comes for Elijah first, and the money will dictate your odds. The more money goes on you, the lower the odds. It's simple stuff, really.
Yeah.
So he's going to start off at quite a low price, but this year's favourite will be Ross
Okay.
or Carl Wood, one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Like,
They'll be,
you know.
I think.
I think
probably.
Mikey Brain did quite well that last
Ah,
week.
He got to the
he's just a good
semi-final,
player,
didn't he?
Mikey.
Yeah,
He's got to the
Mikey-
semis, I think.
I think,
Yeah,
he
he
got
did,
to the
yeah.
semis
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year,
feel
to be
good.
fair
He
to
won
him.
a Welsh singles, mind.
Yeah, no, Mikey's
Indoor, I
really
think.
good.
He
Yeah.
is a good player, Mike.
Yeah.
is.
I played
You
with him
can
a
cut
bit.
that bit out, mind. I don't want to be...
No, any compliments you made that we're going to take out of the video, okay? Don't panic about
And then we're going to blow them up bigger and put them as snippets on their own. This was when.
Keep the Bargoid bit in. I didn't mean that, mind. I was only playing because I like all the boys in Bargoid. They really... And I was sorry to hear that happening. Obviously, we all are. It goes without saying, like. But there is hope, you said.
Yeah.
There is hope because possibly they'll creep through the year,
Yeah.
get a few members, go
yeah.
again.
And we've offered them to come on and do a podcast to try and generate some interest for them as well. So that's good.
Right,
Well-
I'm moving on now.
Go on then.
We've done enough talking for a bit. Back to you, Elijah. We now know obviously you're sponsored by Aero.
Yeah.
As an Aero sponsor. Funny enough, they put something on Facebook this morning with your picture on it. So I wanted to talk
I
about it.
haven't seen that actually.
I think your mother shared. Was it last night? Your mother shared.
Anwen Button, MBE.
Yeah.
Well, she
Anwen.
put something on about the 5% off, put the thing, and then on the picture is
It was you
Elijah Minett.
next to Beth Reaver. There was Corey Wedlock, Aaron Sheriff, all on the thing of the thing. But How did that come about for you then, getting sponsored by? I know obviously the success and being, but how did that kind of start off? Was it them that contacted you, or was it you that contacted them?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Not really, to be honest. You'll have to ask my
the
mum. She'll
parents.
give you more detail.
So basically, what happened was, Karen wrote to him to make him aware of your success, really, didn't she?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
And then after that initial letter, they wrote back or contacted Karen, and they made all the running after that then.
Yeah.
But it did need a little nudge.
Yeah.
So
It sometimes does,
Yeah,
It
so
does
really,
sometimes.
you got to do things yourself
You have,
sometimes.
yeah.
But Aero's been really good. Bowls,
Yeah.
them bowls were about 400
£500, I think.
500 quid. And he's won another British title since.
Well,
so
I'd have a new set if I was you.
that's exactly what I said. And give them to me.
Make them aware of the podcast as well. See
Yeah.
if they want to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah.
But so obviously, what does that entail then for you? Is that obviously we talk bowls, kit.
Yeah. I think my sponsorship, I think it's called a product sponsorship. I might be wrong, though. I'm pretty sure it's a product sponsorship. So I think I'm entitled to get like bowls, bag, like yearly notices, bowls, bag, shoes.
All the gear.
Jumpers.
I didn't realise you were size 15
No,
shoes,
and
huh?
top.
You won't be far off, what are you?
Not far off, size 11.
Have you?
He's 11 now.
No, and you know what? You when you said about the poster, just thought back on it. When you see it, you must be proud to see that's my photo with all of these world star bowlers, and you're on their photo.
I'm on with people worldwide they're winning.
Well,
stuff.
you've got top left. You had Aaron Sheriff holding up his 7th Australian Open, and then the bottom right, you had Elijah with his gold medal from the outdoor.
I think it's one
British
that's
Isles.
just gone.
Yeah, the one that's just gone, the
photo
British
that
Isles.
was there.
Yeah.
But it's like, and it must be kind of, probably you get used to it after a while, but it still sometimes probably feels a bit surreal at times where you're like, well, I'm sponsored by the same company and all these people, and I'm being used as this.
In general, it does feel great. Like I
Yeah.
will say, to be sponsored by Aero is really good.
What's it like being back in Merthyr with all the youngsters? Do they know how much you've achieved in the sport?
I think they know, because obviously it's posted all over social media.
And you tell him, don't you?
No.
You remind them, but
No, he don't.
No, he won't.
Do you know, he's really an unassuming champion. He doesn't. He never mentions them.
because once he wins, his head's onto the winning the next thing.
Yeah,
that's why.
that's right. That is actually.
Yeah, it's good.
So what's a dream for you, bud? What sort of dream have you got with bowls?
It's hard to say in particular what I'd like to achieve, but I just like to keep improving my game, keep going up to that next gear. I don't really know what I want to achieve. I just keep doing the best I can, enjoying it, and that's about it. Really.
See where it takes you.
See where it takes me.
And that's level-headed, isn't it?
It is, but it's beyond his years.
It take one day at a time.
Well, that's the thing with being a top quality player is most of them they just look to improve, and the rest of the time it's like they would like to do something, but they never think of they never have that in their sight. It's always about that step of improvement. It's always the journey rather than the end destination, and that's kind of what makes really good players really good.
Who inspires you? Who's the bowler that you've looked at and thought, that's what I'd like to be now? Is there anybody? Bomber?
No, Ross. Everyone looks up to Ross. Even I look up to Ross.
Yeah.
And I remember him when he was like Elijah.
Funny enough, I played Ross last night, didn't I? In the mixed pairs, it was a hell of a game. I ended up losing by 8. It was a close game all the way through.
Who did you play with?
Anna Lawrence, and played against Sarah and Ross in mixed pairs. It was just good to be a part of such a good high standard game. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and this is the thing that I find, and I don't know how you feel about it, but sometimes when you play really high quality players and you do end up losing, you kind of enjoy it a little bit more because you kind of get sucked into the bowls is amazing. It doesn't matter if I won or lost. It was just so fun to play.
You just rather be involved in a good game.
Yeah. And do you know what I see? I don't know Ross well, but we have become quite close over it because he's been on the podcast and do some stuff. Again, very similar characters, aren't they? Ross and and Elijah, as in they're calm, collective, and assuming, nice guys, both of them. Di says you're not a nice guy, but I think
he don't say anyone's a nice guy.
Looking at him with his eyes, looking at me now, like he's thinking. But I just see they're very similar. They're both calm, collective, and go about their business very, very professional. You know.
Elijah was always sort of encouraged to follow Ross's lead, like, and what I mean in his lead is his demeanour, like, you know. Look at Ross after he loses. I'll tell you everything. Any bowler, like I've always told Elijah, you learn more about the bowler after they've lost than when they win. You'll learn little things like how they act and how they react to losses and things like that. Like, you see some people, they just can't hack it. I won't mention names, there's loads of them around. Yeah. You look at Ross and he conducts himself in such a fabulous way. Yeah. For not just Elijah to follow, for me to follow, for other people to follow. He is, for me, he is just the all-round package as a player and a person. Yeah. It's a very nice, unassuming boy. And if Elijah turns out half like Ross is, and I mean just half, Elijah would have done very, very well.
Yeah, I totally agree,
He's a class act.
My first meeting of Ross, he played Ken down in our club.
We knew of him before, but
and he beat Ken quite easily in the end. Ken had come back from holidays, long story, but he come off and he stayed. He stayed for a good 45 minutes, an hour, just talking to anybody who wanted to talk to him. But he was so polite, nice guy, genuinely.
And there was no complaints about it either, because you know, you hear the superstar Ross is coming to your club for the first time. You're kind of always going to go have questions and stuff, and you know, and he talked to everyone that came up and said well done and had a chat and whatnot and good luck in this, that and the other, because I don't know, he might have been off to New Zealand. Yeah, it was last year when in New Zealand. But yeah, you know, like I said, and I think you're right, like
he's a good example for everybody. No, not just youngsters, for bowlers in general. I'd send him around all the clubs, I would, and do a little talk.
No, it's outside.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next part I was going to say was what you said hit me then about how he conducts himself after he's lost. And Carl beat him outdoors. I think it was last year. Was it last year?
In the final.
And when you said that, it dawned on me how he reacted to Carl's win, and he was very much the gentleman what's the word I'm looking for? In defeat.
Magnanimous.
Yeah.
But that's nothing for me, see, because I've seen that for Ross for years. Me and Ross have had ups and downs, because no underneath it all, Ross is super competitive, mind. And Elijah's exactly the same as him. They got a streak in him. You cross Ross, if you do something wrong on a rink with Ross, he's going to tell you straight. Ross is. Yeah. He won't shrink away from nothing. No. He has to have that, like. Yeah. But I can just leave you into a little secret. Ross had won the national championship the year before he played Carl. He was also the British Isles champion, very similar to Elijah was in the under-18s. And Ross hadn't fallen out of love with the game, but I'm telling you, before he went on in that final, and I don't mean to say anything out of turn, Ross was struggling with his self and his game. There was a lot of pressure on Ross at that time. He had played a stupendous amount of bowls. And before he went on, I actually spoke to Ross 2 or 3 minutes before that game. I could see it in him. He was struggling with himself for that game, like, you know. Yeah. I'm sure Ross won't mind me telling people there's a lot of pressure on Ross sometimes. Like,
it's another nail there, but in the amount of bowls that these top bowlers are playing, and this young man included, is immense, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How do they manage that? How can they manage that and play in
team? Elijah's a team. It's not you looking at Elijah. There's a team with Elijah, but
so good planning really then of what they're going to play in, not play in. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that plan's going to, because he plays in everything at the moment. But there'll come a time where he is going to have to pick and choose, like you know. Yeah. Because it's all the time.
Yeah. I would imagine you've had to give up all other sports, haven't you, to concentrate on bowls.
Yeah, I still play football, but I don't play it much. I haven't played in a while because obviously the season's over. But I'll play that.
But when you get to that level, that's a sacrifice, isn't it? So you've got to make.
Yeah, he's willing.
And I'm glad you made it, because you're doing yourself proud, your family proud, and you're certainly doing Wales proud and putting us on the map. Fair play to you. So that's great stuff. Did you do any firing questions?
Oh, we haven't done any driving questions, no. Should we end with driving questions? It'll be the first time we ever end with driving questions.
Okay, then.
We've got nothing else to talk about, do we?
Well, we always got lots to talk about with David.
Oh, I can talk all day.
Yeah.
I know you can talk all day.
Not just about bowls.
Yeah.
No?
I'm still trying to look for a girlfriend for him yet.
Have you?
Yeah, I found a girlfriend.
Don't have time.
Don't have time for a
That's what he
girlfriend.
says.
I say the same thing.
You haven't got a girlfriend.
I've got an headache and talking about different things.
We talked about bowls all the way down.
Did you?
Didn't even mention you two.
What was the conversation way down there?
Just about bowls. We didn't even mention this, did we, on the way down? We just talking about.
We just talk about bowls.
Just talk about bowls.
And I'm nearly 60. I'll talk about bowls.
It'd be like that for years, but I was the same. When I was yours, I was a golfer, and that's all we ever talked about in the car. Golf,
now we talk about
bowls. Always bowls. Yeah. Bowls. It's always the same, but it never changes, does it?
Wildcats, how are they doing this year now then? And because your first team are in the
Division 1.
Division 1?
Yeah, PG1. Yeah.
Not
Division
good?
1.
No, we've started a bit slow. I think we played 4-1-1 in it with Church Saturday. So I tell you what, the private greens is hard work. Like that it is. You got Ely Valley with Mark Hardin, Joe Price, Mark Thomas, Robbins, Phil Robbins, Chris Ashman in Division 2. Like Ely Valley.
Yeah.
That tells you all you need to know about the PG ones.
Yeah.
I reel 6 class players up there, like, and I missed a few, and they're in the PG 2. They're in Division 2. We struggled. We've been in PG 1 for quite a few years, but we're on the edge. Like we the sort of Everton of the Premier League. Like we close to getting relegated, but never quite get relegated. Like.
Always on that borderline.
Always on that board, on the periphery.
The periphery.
Do you having that? Keep that word in. And that's us basically. And this year we'll struggle again, but we're gonna try our best.
Yeah, we got to put in a big shift tomorrow against Whitchurch because we need to win that one after on the back of losing to them last weekend, 12-2.
And you're right. We can't afford to lose that, can we?
No.
And the Division 1, as a Harlequins, I think, are leading that. They had a battle with Penn and Land last week, didn't they?
They won
by 1
12,
shot.
Yeah, I think they won 12 points and only won by a shot.
Won by 1 shot overall, I think.
Yeah, but they took 12-2 out of it or something.
Yeah, Penn and Land are a good side.
Penn and Land. Well, their second team is in PG2 in the second division, which is ridiculous.
A lot of teams could follow their lead, Penn and Land, because like last year they had won the league, and I've known in years gone by when you win the league you get. We'll put him in and we'll put him in. We've won the league. Is not Penland don't do that. They play right to the end. Penland.
Yeah,
they're a good example of a good place, a good setup. Good facility, good players. Green, the green. That's awful. It's been bad, hasn't it, the last year? I hope they don't mind me saying that, but Penland, I'll say it looking into the camera. Their green is awful this year. But as a team and a facility and people, wonderful place to go play balls.
The only thing I will say about Green, they had interpretations of heavy and my interpretations are completely different. Because I went on it and they said it was heavy and I thought it was quick. Like the lines were a bit tricky, but I thought the pace was nice. I did. Not flying, but nice and quick.
And the good thing that you said, them playing all the way through the season, isn't that good for the teams who are battling at the bottom?
It's exactly how it should be.
Yeah, because you don't want to play somebody who's at the bottom, right at the bottom, who's thinking I might be going down, and then you put a weak inside in, and they win, and then they move up, and then
the exact thing happened to us last year. We were relying on we had to beat Dennis Powers, and then they Penland had to take at least 4 points from their game, and we were thinking, are they going to put a? Should have known better. People like David Hardin, Richie Morgan down there, Mark Letterman, Wayne. They just play balls the right way.
So who do you fancy Division 1 then?
Division 1, who are you going for, Lige?
Who do I fancy is going to win it?
Yeah.
I think Quins probably.
Hmm.
If I had to guess, I think Quins.
Well, I still go for Penlan again because they just.
Is there odds on that now? We're going to on the camera. Is
No,
there any odds on that?
they'd be big favourites, Penlan would. Because what happens with Quins, I know Ross is there and that, but I've been nice. Ross is Ross, but I think he'll accept. After the Carreras, right, their club are geared for the Carreras, right? And if by any chance they go out to the Carreras, they don't seem to get the same teams in PG1.
They don't get good availability, and it costs them. That's the only thing. If they get availability, I think
they'd win it.
Yeah, it's hard to
if
say.
they've had the mentality that Penlan have got, and they put their best players in all the time, if they could play, no disrespects, people like Jara, they played a lot of bowls. He got to do other things with a young family.
Yeah.
So Harlequins haven't quite got the commitment. I hope. Prove me wrong. But it's proved right over previous years.
Yeah. We're talking about one league now, and Eastern Private Leagues is no doubt it's a growing league, isn't it? We're going to 8 leagues, 8 divisions next year.
Huge.
That's huge. It's a shame that we don't see. I know they got a website. I don't know. Do you other leagues, a Pembrokeshire League, for example, we don't get to know what's going on elsewhere around Wales, easily.
No, we don't.
So it's a shame, really, isn't it? Because
Tenby are a great side.
Oh, brilliant side.
They could go in the PG1 easy.
And they got contenders for the Cruthers, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to come to that in a minute.
What's the odds on him?
Oh,
I haven't taken a penny.
He's going to take my job next week.
Yeah, he's getting better.
You haven't taken a penny on
no 1 pence
on Tenby.
They tight a bit though. They don't part with money.
I'll wait till you've had a few pints tomorrow.
You can't bet. You're not 18.
I'll find a way.
Ask your bumpy, but the bumpy put it on for you. So
they do have Llanbradach, mine.
Who do you fancy for the? We talked about the.
I tell you about Llanbradach. The green in Llanbradach is the surface.
The surface,
absolute grass.
Were you up there on Sunday?
No.
You up there Sunday? We had a couple of Ken Taylor, a couple of our boys went up on Sunday and played up there.
But the surface is like absolute grass care. Honestly, they've done wonders with ours, haven't they?
Yeah, they've done ours a few times, haven't they?
Mark and Christian.
Yeah,
they really
they do ours
in Bridgend
too. Yeah, they're really good, aren't they?
Awesome. You're shouting out to all of ours because we're waiting for them to come on the podcast as well, talk about greens and stuff. So
and Mark's really nice. And very approachable, anyone who's having to switch from the council to.
We've been asked by a couple of people in Bridgend about them, and we can't praise them enough. But
no, they're really good. Really good.
And
that's what I'd say. If anyone was looking to look for a maintenance team, Mark and Christian from Absolute Grass Care are good.
To be unbiased, there are others out there as well.
Yes.
But we can only talk about who we know about.
I shouldn't be biased. Of course, there are other maintenance teams available.
But the boys are good.
As I always say, we're always biased on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't, how much work they've done on our green over the last, few years that they've been a part of it.
Has it picked up your green light?
Oh, yeah.
So they've done good for you.
And any issues we have, they're down within a couple of days to have a look and sort it out and put the whatever we need on there to get sorted. They're down. They don't wait. You're not waiting weeks and weeks. They're within days.
Have you managed to do any driving questions?
I have done some driving questions. Okay, so we're going to end with driving questions. So this will be the last part. We usually do it to break up the conversation, but since we were having such a good conversation, we forgot about them. So driving questions, guys. Driving questions is basically 5 quick-fire questions, quick-fire answers. Some are bowls related, some are non-bowls related. Just a bit of fun, just to get you guys to know you guys a little bit more, and just stuff like that. So how we usually do it was usually have one person start and then the other person goes straight after, answering the same question. So when I ask the question, Bomber, you can go first. You give us the first answer, and then when Bomber's answered Elijah, then you can answer the question right after him, okay? Both you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so first question is your go-to fast food.
McDonald's.
KFC.
Ooh. Question number 2, your favourite discipline in bowls, and if it's required, position in that discipline.
So the position in the rink, is it?
Just if it's you can say singles, and obviously it doesn't
I
require.
see what
So
you mean,
favourite
yeah.
discipline, and then if it is one of the ones, what's the position?
Mine is pairs, and I lead off.
Mine is also pairs now, qualifying up llandod with bomber, and
He skips.
yeah, I skip.
He's the boss.
I know
I can
you-
play it. I wouldn't mind leading either, but
Yeah. What's your preferred position? What would, if you could pick, where would you play as a pair? On the mat or behind?
well, if I could play,
Just if you play in pairs.
it depends who I'm playing with. If I'm playing, it's hard to say, because if you're playing with someone really good, obviously you'd want to lead and let them do
He's
it.
best in Britain and he'll play whatever he wants to play when he
he's
can
a
do
skip.
either. He can do anything.
He's a skip.
Question number 3. Your favourite green you've played on?
Well, I did mention Lambradac, but is this ever or this
Anywhere.
year?
Yeah, ever.
Best.
Best green you've played on, your
I-
favourite green.
over the years, the most consistent for best is llandod. Over the years.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. I was going to
Llandod.
say the same thing. Llandod, all the greens are surfaces, are just immaculate. So
Yep.
and all the hands are playable more
Sam
or less.
Roth. Sam
Roth, yeah.
He does the
Mhm.
greens now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
works hard, and
Really
Sam
good.
does a
Yeah,
lot of
he's-
work up
there's
there.
a lot of
And
work
Frankie, mind. I
Right,
don't know
I
if
don't
you
know
know
Fra-
Frankie.
I don't know
but
Frankie,
Sam
but-
and Frankie
Yeah,
together.
yes.
What's your number 4? What's your go-to snack?
Go to snack. Well,
Could be
I-
chocolate,
I-
crisps.
yeah. So it is any kind of chocolate, I would say,
Yeah.
yes, and cider.
That's
That's a snack, isn't it? One of your favourite day days,
Yeah.
is it?
favourite snack.
Mine is
Go-to
chocolate as well, but mainly dairy milk, Cadbury's type chocolates.
Not a Galaxy fan,
No,
no.
no,
I'm
I-
a Galaxy boy.
dairy
See.
milk and Cadbury's.
And last question: what would be your dream event to play in? Any bowls event across the world that you could just play in? What would that be?
Do you know, I'm simple enough, I am. I dream of going to llandod on a nice sunny day and just simply playing well. And that'd be ideal for me. It's
Yeah.
simple. I don't need to go to
Well,
New
you better
Zealand.
do it with him now.
Well, I've
Be nice to see you two in the final.
The thing is, I've had 25 goes of doing it before Elijah.
You're the secret key, Elijah. Go on, and your dream event to play in then, the end of podcast.
I'd like to travel the world a bit as well as playing bowls. So play on a nice green. Don't really matter what country. Just go to different country, play on a nice green, and maybe compete against loads of different competitors from other countries.
Fair enough. I like that answer.
And I've got no doubt he will.
I no doubt you will.
And I'll third that.
So, that pretty much does it for us, yeah,
Yeah.
for this episode then. So, thank you both for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you both on. Obviously, more than welcome to come back in the future. Maybe even after winning the pairs together, we'll have you back on. I haven't jinxed it now, have I?
Like I said, I've lost enough.
Yeah.
One more's not going to harm. I'm actually there in the over 55s force too.
I thought so.
With the old people, so I'm with the youngsters and the old ones.
You'll mix it up.
Really old people I play with in the over 55s too.
No, great. As we always say, if you like what you're watching and listening to, then please subscribe on YouTube. And thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.